Hey, welcome to episode 6 of the Ginger Sports Podcast. Today we're going to do one on our all-time Premier League 11s. This is a dangerous one because pretty much anyone has an opinion on this, and I'm sure we're going to get stick from all angles, especially when you don't put gigs in your team. But it's a fun one to do, and between myself, Gordon and podcast debutant Vinnie, we had a lot of fun doing it. So let us know what you guys think, or who you'd have put in, whether you'd have put gigs in your team. I won't keep the intro too long, so here's the podcast. It wasn't until the end I actually noticed it, and I think it was shite, but right, should we start?
Go for it.
Good to go.
We've all got notes. How's yours, Gordon?
Expansive.
Gordon's got like a 3-inch bit of paper that's just got 442 on it.
That's all you need.
Benoît Assou-Ekotto at left back.
We're going for a team full of misfits. The best team that never was, with Benoît Assou-Ekotto at left back being captain of the squad.
Mr. I don't like football.
Aye, he done a job.
Aye.
Played alright, made a decent wage.
He was actually alright.
I hate players that I don't have no time for players that say they don't like football, like Carlos Vela. He's another one.
Does he say he doesn't
He
like
said
football?
he doesn't like football. I'm just making a living. Like the amount of people that have like dreamt of like being a footballer, and he's not even. He's like just making the money.
It's like Boo Weekley in the golf. Like, he has openly said he like hates golf, but he's really good at it, and he's like, I'd rather just be out fishing all day. I don't care. He's like, I'll just make enough money, retire, fish, and just like go hunting all day. That's all he wants to do.
Right, we'll start. Right. Goalkeepers. Now, in most of these teams, there's only one answer, and it's Peter Schmeichel.
Yeah, that's
But-
what I thought.
He's number one for me.
But let me throw a few names at you, right? Peter Cech, he's got 4 Premier League titles, way more clean sheets than Schmeichel. You've got Edwin van der Sar, also 4 Premier League titles. Could he be a better keeper than Schmeichel? I don't know. I think Van der Sar was one of the best in the world at the time. David Seaman's normally up there as well, a couple of Premier League titles.
I think because he's got a ponytail, I'm not having him in my team. I'm not having him in my team.
I've got on my notes Peter Cech, but I've also got next to it legacy. Like, has he ruined his legacy with his shambolic seasons at Arsenal?
Quite.
I mean,
he's deteriorating pretty quickly at a rate of
even
knots.
his first game was that shocker against. Remember, Oxford Reece was going to be like the next best thing.
Oh, Reece Oxford?
Reece
Aye,
Oxford,
aye.
that was it. And then he had like some game, West Ham beat them at the Emirates in his first game, and he's not really. He's still like a great goalkeeper, but I kind of like question now his legacy. Now he's kind of ruined it.
It's one of those, once a goalkeeper goes, he generally doesn't recover.
No, and you notice it a lot.
Like Casillas was like the best example that I've seen.
Aye.
He started to go, get shoved out of Real Madrid, went to Porto, just wasn't at it as well. I think it's going to be the same for Buffon. By all accounts, his last season at Juve, he's making some clangers. He's obviously going to find a new club. He's probably going to be the same. I just don't think keepers pick it back up.
No.
Is Van der Sar the one that's kind of... Because he did have a time when he went from Ajax to Juventus.
Yeah.
And then he had how many seasons at Fulham?
He had about 4 or 5
Well, it was
seasons.
that's not the top of your game as a goalkeeper. So like, but then he came back and then won everything with Man United. So he's got to be up there as well.
I think he's worth the debate. David De Gea, does he count?
I mean, I think he's still maybe a bit too. He's not had enough seasons in him to really say that he's good enough to compete against these guys.
Yeah.
And it's arguable that, okay, they've got like 4 titles, okay, like De Gea doesn't, but is it because the league's maybe more competitive now as well?
The league's definitely more competitive now.
So then it's harder, so it's going to be harder to then debate it, if you are going to debate it purely on how many titles they've won, because the teams now are more competitive with each other than one team standing out for 2 or 3 or 4 years in a row.
That's a good point.
I was looking at some other things, and Peter Schmeichel won. I think he won goalkeeper of the year, like FIFA goalkeeper of the year, a couple of times as well. You're probably going to struggle to get better than him, but I think because Peter Cech is still playing, and he's not very good right now. I mean, Peter Schmeichel went to Aston Villa and Man City.
Scored for Villa.
Maybe that's a terrible example, then, but Peter Cech was a top quality keeper in his day. He was one of the world's best, without a doubt. I probably would give it to Schmeichel, but I just like the idea that it's not as clear cut as everyone says.
And what, does Seaman not make it in the picture, or?
Nah,
Gordon's
just the ponytail runs him out, even though.
What about that save though? You know the save that I'm talking about when you think of David
United,
Seaman, where he flicks it, but it's basically over the line, and somehow his fingertips just come out of nowhere and flick it up. That's one of the best saves I've ever seen. Ever.
And then even some of his howlers, they were like in European football, weren't they? So for talking Premier League, he gets away with it.
We just completely forget about Ronaldinho in the 2002 World Cup. Never happened.
Zaragoza in the Winners' Cup, wasn't it?
So, right, trivia question for you. Who's got the best clean sheet per games record out of keepers that have kept 100 clean sheets or more?
Is it somebody Guff?
They've never won the Premier League.
Neville Southall.
They're still playing.
They're still playing right now.
So they're still playing. They've got 100 clean sheets?
Over 100 clean sheets, and the best clean sheets per games ratio.
And they've never won the
Premier League. I'm not saying they're still playing in the Premier League,
but they're still playing in general.
They're still playing in general. He's bald.
Tim Howard?
Nah.
Friedo's not still playing Brad Friedo, is he?
Oh wait, that would be
he's not. He's
Tim Howard's not that clean sheets, does he?
Tim Howard might have more than 100. Tim Howard probably does have more than 100 clean sheets.
I don't know.
But what league does he play in?
Italian league.
Pepe Reina?
Yeah, there you go.
Nicely done.
Right. Are we calling this at Peter Schmeichel?
I think it's got to be Schmeichel.
For me,
I've actually got written down here Peter Cech. I thought I think I was just like, Peter Schmeichel's an arse, and he comes across as an arse. So I don't want to.
Son's an arse, he's an arse.
Wife's an arse. I don't know, she might be alright.
I've got him. For me, it's him. But
you've got him. What, 3 seconds ago you wrote it down?
My extensive my extensive knowledge put him in my team.
Gordon's 3 for 3 and turning up to a podcast with just nothing, feet on the table and just winging it.
Pure instinct, just like a goalkeeper, like Schmeichel.
It's worked so far, so we'll just keep going with the winning mentality.
Right, sound. You still have got Schmeichel, I've got Cech, whatever. Right back. Do you know what I was thinking? I was trying to think of decent right backs that aren't named Gary Neville, and I was really struggling.
There's not been a lot of them.
No.
I mean, at all. I mean, like Neville was there for 15 years or something. You're dying to say something.
Like Dixon's just such a dick, but he was like a good player. He's just remembered for that Giggs goal, but like.
He was part of that defence.
He was part of that, like Tony Adams, Steve Bold, like.
Yeah, I've got him written down to be in the ballpark. Lee Dixon won a couple of league titles.
He's nowhere near Gary Neville.
I don't think so. I don't think so. The other one I had was Branislav Ivanovic.
I was about to say him, like, because he was more of a centre back.
That's what I was going to say. How much?
Right back. And see, for somebody that was, I don't know, 6'2" or whatever, he's a big guy, and he still got up down there and still put in a shift.
And that was supposed to be the way like fullbacks were going, but has that kind of changed? Like, because Ivanovic was like the big, tall, muscular like right back, but then like that ended
they just
up
kept
being
getting smaller and faster,
and that ended up kind of towards the end of his career ended up being his downfall a bit. He couldn't keep up with wingers.
He did. He had a couple of seasons where he just got torn to shreds.
Was it
his last couple?
Before Suarez bit him, he absolutely ruined him that game. No need to bite him. You've already got him in your pocket.
I think when Conte took over as well, I think it was only 1 or 2 games in, and he came out and he changed the system to the 3 and then the 2 wing backs.
Yeah.
So he was
that was the end of him.
and he came out and he was like, I don't know what's going on. He was like, I don't understand the system. I can't get used to it. And then it was just, he was gone. Next game, never played.
Yeah.
Then he got sold in January, I think.
He's saying it now, isn't he?
I just
Never come out in public to say, I don't understand what's going on. I don't know what my job is.
He's in the comfortability of that Russian league now. But he's about as close to Gary.
Who is? Because you think of the best Premier League teams, the Arsenal Invincibles,
But
who
the
was
Arsenal
it? Lorraine?
It was Lorraine, yeah. It was Lorraine.
And I watched that Keane Vieira.
Yeah.
The best of some shocking name, best of frenemies or some shit like
Yeah.
And they went for Lorraine on that, and I was like,
I think
he was.
I think it's Roy Keane giving him a bit of leeway so he could get someone.
But Roy Keane also never had any he called them Fergie's favourites. He didn't have gigs. He didn't have any of them. It was so he was just Keane being Keane, innit?
Keane being Keane. I wouldn't look too much into that. There's no way he's rating Lorraine.
There's
no way.
And I'm trying to think who Paulo Ferreira was during the Chelsea
Paulo
team.
Ferreira,
He's not going to be in the.
He made it.
Not at all.
We'll probably come back to him because he made a couple of other players look better than they were. But for me, I would have Neville, and then if you were going to have for me, second would be Ivanovic, and a close third would be Ferreira.
Right.
For me, that's the best 3.
Just fuck Lee Dixon.
Just when I listen to him on the TV, I'm like, get the fuck.
You forget that he was once a really good footballer. Just discredit it all.
Wait, is there a shout out for they're fucking annoying commentators, punditry? Graham Lasso, was he a right back?
Graham Lasso was a right back. I was thinking of Graham Lasso, but I was like,
he's another guy that's he's ruined his legacy with that.
They've both walked into ridiculously good jobs though. Over here in the States.
Yeah.
It's insane how easy they've got it.
I know.
Talking to a bunch of people that don't have anything, that don't know anything about football and just educating. Right, we'll move on.
So unanimous?
It has to be Gary Neville. And I don't even think Gary Neville was an exceptional player.
He was lucky with having Ronaldo and Beckham. Ronaldo is towards the end of his time, but
having that cover coming back.
And having Beckham, they linked up brilliantly, and he did have good distribution as well. Neville.
Yeah, and Beckham would put the shift in as well. But yeah, 100% Gary Neville. Right, centre halves. So I flip my page.
This is where the debate comes in, I think.
See,
100%.
Can I ask this? See, when we're doing this, are we making the best team who would actually make the best team who you would want to have, or is it just they were the best in their position?
For me, I'm making it purely on they were the best in their position, because I think if you try and build in the link up, the possible link up play, it's going to be too difficult, I think.
Okay, yeah,
that's the way I've done it.
That's absolutely fine.
Right.
You alright with that, Vinnie?
No, that's good for me.
Right, centre halves. Honestly, I've almost used a full A4 page just with good centre halves, because you forget about guys, before I even mention the usual suspects, like Steve Bruce, only played 4 seasons in the Premier League, won it 3 times. You've got Sol Campbell, as much as, again, he's an arse, fantastic player. Carragher, never won it, was a fantastic player. Martin Keown,
he was a good defender.
He was an animal, man. He just hated everybody.
Exactly.
I remember when I kind of started watching, you would see clips of him and stuff. He was always in about it.
Just so aggressive. Compared to what you see off the pitch now, his persona's completely different to the way he was on the pitch.
see when you're coming up against teams like when you're fighting to win the league, you want a centre half like him. You want something like the same kind of with Ramos at the moment, but Ramos is too much a hothead, like too uncontrollable. But you need somebody like that to be assertive, like from the back, to just like take command of the game.
So and the Keown Van Nistelrooy saga was brilliant for the Premier League.
It's good entertainment for sure. Right. First one I'm throwing out there. I know it's a controversial one to you, but John Terry walks into my team. Walks into it.
He shakes his head.
I'm gonna roll my eyes. Like I understand. Right, I understand everybody maybe not loves John Terry, but loves how good he was, right? And
People hate John Terry.
That's what, like, I don't mean they love him as a person. They love how good he was. Like, 95% of people, 99% of people are going to say Terry is in my team of the, like, all-time team of the year,
with the exception of Wayne Bridge.
So, but for me, Carvalho covered him so much. Like, Carvalho made him who he was, and Carvalho doesn't get the credit that he deserves.
John Terry, I think John Terry is the best front post defender of all time.
I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't care about front post defending.
The only
what about like devil's advocate and all of that? What about his pace? Like, he was never the fastest.
It's not that he could read the game. Paolo Maldini was never the fastest. One of the best defenders of all time. John Terry could read the game. It's people really hate him, and he's very easy to hate. He makes himself easy to hate, but he was so good, good.
I'm not saying that he was. I'm not saying that he was bad by any means, and I wouldn't even say he's like. I'm not going to say he's like he was very good, but I'm not having him on my team. I'm not having him. Carvalho made him look good.
No, I mean,
and I'm not. Obviously, Carvalho then moved on, and John Terry was very good. But for those seasons, Carvalho helped him a lot.
John Terry's distribution was top class.
Terry just, like, you look at the spine of that team, and I know we'll get to it next, but that Czech, Terry, like Lampard and Drogba was. Like, just that won them the leagues.
Team of winners. Team of absolute winners. And he's better than Carvalho.
Matt,
he's a better defender than Carvalho.
Matt, who I would like throw in, like how I would maybe not have Terry in my team is just there was maybe two that would get there before him. So I don't know who they two are yet. Like, I'm still, but I think like Ferdinand's definitely somebody that we should talk about. Like,
I've got him in my team.
He was fast. He was lightning when he first came, and then he got better at reading it. And had a shocker. He had a shocker for England when they put him in defensive mid. But he was like somebody that if you want to write down what you want off a centre half, he had it all.
He was one of the first ones that I seen properly through when he was at a very young age at West Ham. He would take the ball and he was so comfortable.
That kind of modern day centre half.
Yeah, the modern day centre half where you can't get away anymore with just being able to defend.
Yeah.
Which is what I was saying with John Terry. He was a very good passer of the ball. He just doesn't get thought of as that. Whereas Rio was an exceptional passer of the ball, and as you said, he was lightning. He went for West Ham. He was in the Champions League semi-finals with Leeds before they spent all their money and had to sell him to United. I can see the argument.
So who do you go between Ferdinand and Vidic?
I'm having Vidic all day. I think.
So you
what I remember.
Are you having Terry and Vidic?
I'm in Terry on the left, Vidic on the right. And I only say this because I remember watching Man United when it was Ferdinand and Vidic, and when Vidic was out, they didn't look like the same team.
Yeah.
Compared to when Ferdinand was out, I felt Vidic was the
better of the two.
I felt Vidic was the better of the two. Vidic got Premier League Player of the Year twice, right?
It's pretty impressive for a defender.
Consider there's only been two more people that have won it. Do you know who they are?
What, won it twice?
Won it twice.
Giggs.
No.
Giggs.
Did Cantona win it twice?
Ronaldo.
No. Ronaldo.
Cantona won it the year after he gets suspended. I'm pretty sure he did.
Yeah, he didn't win it twice.
No. Who else won it twice? Shearer?
No.
No?
No. Thierry Henry.
Thierry Henry. Aye.
Thierry Henry. So like for Vidic to do that, I just think Vidic was better than Ferdinand. Ferdinand was there longer, so he obviously won more titles and stuff, but
Yeah, when he was at his best. I suppose it's how you judge it, because he's another one whose longevity kind of went. He had went to Inter Milan and it didn't work out for, and I think his head wasn't in it. But
Yeah,
when he was at his best, I would say as well. Yeah, Vidic was better than Ferdinand at his best, but was Ferdinand better for longer? It's hard to.
he probably was better.
Yeah.
Better for longer.
I've got the two of them in mind. Like instead of Terry, I've got Vidic and Ferdinand.
What about Tony Adams?
Tony Adams as well. Like you could.
He's one of the players that every player that plays against him says he was the best. Like he made your life.
And keep in mind, he was probably half pished through
aye.
a good 7 years of the 90s.
Indebted to every sort of gangster about London, probably.
He had stuff on his mind, and he was still marking people out the game. You could easily put Tony Adams on another one. He gets overlooked quite.
Yap Stam didn't do it for
He
long enough.
didn't do it for
Yeah.
long enough, but he probably was one of the best defenders to ever play in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Even if it was just a short time.
I think for me, I'm not putting Tony Adams just because he was a wee bit before my time
Right.
to really enjoy how good he was.
Right.
Just his stint at manager Getafe really pissed you off.
Portsmouth as well. Yeah, that role there.
So it's one of those things like you don't grow up watching him, so
Right.
you don't really get to enjoy it as much.
Right.
Yeah, you don't appreciate it as much as you should.
Aye,
I
so
know.
for me, that's
Whereas
why I
that
don't know.
Arsenal team for me was like, I had that Arsenal home top.
Oh, I keep forgetting you're a bit older than us.
I'm a bit older, and like for me, I remember that Anelka up front before Henry, and that Tony Adams, that goal were bold, like plays them in, and then Adams scores to like win the league. Like I think I would have Adams and then Vidic, but then at the same time I'm feeling I'm not feeling shitty because nobody should feel shitty towards John Terry, but still he comes like a close third. But I would probably have Adams and Vidic for me.
Would Company come close to the conversation?
It's hard to like judge the like how
Injury prone.
yeah.
He is, but when he was,
But then could you make an argument for Ledley King?
mate, I would absolutely make an argument
because
for Ledley King. He was
He was
phenomenal.
incredible, but you never got to see him enough because of how injury prone he was.
Yeah, I mean it's a shame, but
Because he must have
would been-
retired when he was like, I don't know, 27 or something.
Yeah,
Young.
but had been retiring since he was like 22 and just training 1 day a week. I mean, he was part-time.
Yeah.
He was essentially a part-time
He
player.
just trained in the swimming pool
Yeah.
all the time, did he not?
Yeah.
And then just played on Saturdays.
I just walked out with a diving suit on.
So, Company is very good, or was very good. I think he's dropped down a little bit. But I think it's hard to really, for me, it's hard to make an argument because of the amount of injuries he's had.
Aye, and I think the other ones we're talking about have just played longer, and even you look at Company this season, he's won the league. Was he
Yeah,
their
he's-
best centre half? It was probably Otamendi was probably
was
like,
better, yeah.
and yeah, you look at Vidic, like every time they won the league at his peak, he was
involved.
their-
Yeah.
he was their
Top
best
man.
player.
Alright, okay, we've got our centre halves for ourselves.
Get Terry punted out of that team.
Terry's captain of it. No, he's no captain of my team. I'll tell you. Left back, again, it's probably a pretty obvious choice. What have you got written down there?
I think, well, for me, there's one standout and then there's one backup.
Right.
Ashley Cole, I've got in my team.
Aye.
Yeah.
I think
They've got-
he probably had, like we were just saying about longevity,
Yeah.
one of the best, longest careers.
He was the first. Oh, he's the first left back that I remember that started to play the position the way Roberto Carlos played the position, but could also defend.
Yeah.
He was also
He's
a
a
good
brilliant
defender.
defender, aye.
Yeah. But the way he went forward,
Aye.
joined attacks was, as you said. I mean, your left backs before that were of a mould of Lee Dixon or
Yeah.
Dennis Irwin,
Yeah.
something like that. He changed the position for the Premier League.
Yeah, and that's what they said in that Invincibles team was like when Gary Neville and when the players had played against them, it was that left hand side, Ashley Cole, Pires and Henry who would float out to the left. It would be
Just a constant attack. I mean, if you're playing right back, nightmare for you.
And that's how when you look, like when Ronaldo, like he always had a hard time against like Ashley Cole. Like was it not Ronaldo, Ashley Cole, like against him, like kids on, he's got him in his pocket to like the crowd and they're all gone mental.
Yeah, I mean, he did because it's not. We've even evolved. The fullback position's even evolved now, where they're just so attack-minded they can't defend.
Yeah.
I mean, people would argue the best left back in the world's Marcelo. He can't defend.
No.
Yeah.
And then if you're going to argue the best, for me, the best right back's Dani Alves.
Yeah.
Can he defend?
Yeah. So Ashley Cole had that balance right in a period where not many people, even today, and it's been, was it 15 years since the Invincibles? That still
2002 was it?
2003,
2004.
So nearly 15 years, and still not many fullbacks can get it right.
No.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that's like we're struggling with. Like, who would you have like from like the last 5 years that would come close to him? There's no.
No.
The only one I
really
could think of coming close was Evra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, like
Everyone, his pomp was pretty good.
he was very good but then he's also had that kind of like fall from grace where you start thinking.
I mean, he should have just retired after he karate kicked the
What's he
fan.
doing at West Ham? Like Zabaleta and Evra.
Just trying to build the slowest defence of all time. I mean, have you seen him? You seen him in his punditry, like with I'm watching on like ITV and stuff, and he's got the waistcoat and all that. There was the thing the other day where Ennio Luco made a point and he clapped it, and it was like
so
Patrice,
patronising.
that can lose you your job, no bother.
I know, I seen it. He was back the day. They were trying to sweep that street. I thought he would be gone for that. But
Yeah, same. But yeah, no, he was 5 Premier League titles.
For Cole?
No, forever.
Aye.
Cole's only got 3.
Evra arrived in the same like winter transfer as Vidic, didn't they? They arrived together.
Yeah, so they did.
That was some bit of business. Because
Yeah,
like,
not
how
bad.
much were they? Like, probably not more than 10 for the both of them.
Yeah, I can't remember Evra, but Vidic was less than 10, I'm sure.
Yeah.
It's a cracking piece of business.
Aye.
Aye. But on Ashley Cole, was it not him that shot the Wayne with the air rifle at training?
I believe it was.
I'm not going to make any comments about the team of misfits.
That's
that
why
we're
he's in
starting
my
to build.
team.
A close third, as we started off with the podcast, a close third for me is Benoît Assou-Ekotto at left back, purely for being a misfit.
Oh, Jesus. Dennis Irwin should probably get a notable mention. He's a decent player, won the Premier League 7 times.
Yeah, he went between left and right back. That's not much of a common thing these days. Huh?
He was left-footed, wasn't he? He was left-footed.
Unless you're
Took
Whittaker.
penalties, free kicks and all that.
Whittaker still was in it.
Steven Whittaker.
Just plays whatever.
Did he play in the Prem? Did he play for
Played for
Norwich in the Prem?
Yeah.
When they were in the Prem?
Yeah. Probably at both left and right back without much
Wait,
success.
we're not going to give Hutton a shout. Yeah.
By the way, Alan Hutton was alright. You hold your tongue about Alan Hutton.
Well, I've got Larson to come to when we come to the Premier League centre forwards. Won that Premier League for Man U.
Would he play 6 months or something?
No, it was 2 months.
2 months.
Didn't even play.
Yeah, right. So we'll go to wingers, right? And I'm going to say something here. I feel like people cop out all the time by putting Ronaldo at right wing.
I've got Ronaldo at right wing.
I'm not going to say who I've got until we hear this.
So everyone puts Ronaldo at right wing. I don't think he ever played right wing. I think it's just you don't want to drop Ryan Giggs. You're scared to drop Ryan Giggs at left mid, so you put Ronaldo at right wing to try and fit it in. I'm not doing that because he doesn't play. He doesn't play there. So I'm going for David Beckham.
You're trying to squeeze in Beckham.
I'm 100% going Beckham. Have to. I was looking up like all Ronaldo's, because your memory at that time's a little bit fuzzy, and I was looking up all of Ronaldo's goals for Man United, he's a left winger. They're all coming for the left.
Cutting inside.
Yeah, left cutting inside, and then when in the big games Fergie played him up front because he knew when they run back.
Yeah.
And he just saw so much pace at that point in time as well.
Yeah.
But I knew someone would. Someone would stick him in the night.
I mean, to be fair, mine wasn't out of like a desperation to have Giggs, because I had a really close call between Giggs and Pires on the left.
I had
because
the same.
I love Pires. Like, he just doesn't look like a footballer. He
looks like an artist.
He looks like with a beret on.
Aye, with that wee soul patch thing.
Shocking.
Telling you about jazz music.
But he was down that left again with Ashley Cole and Henry. It was like a frightening left side.
Phenomenal. But right wing, I'm going for Beckham, closely followed by Freddie Ljungberg. So I think Freddie Ljungberg was another one, gets overlooked quite a lot, but was class back in the day. Right wing is up in the opposite wing to Pires.
Yeah.
Ian Robin only played a couple of seasons.
I actually totally forgot
phenomenal.
That's a good shit.
And then I'm struggling. Every other good winger in the Premier League plays on the left.
Yeah.
I honestly can't think of any other right wingers, which is why I have to go Beckham. And I actually think when people look back at David Beckham's career, or people think of David Beckham now, they think of the celebrity Beckham rather than how good a footballer he was. You can't play for Man United, Real Madrid, PSG and AC Milan if you're not a good footballer. And you look at some of his assists while he was at Real Madrid to Fat Ronaldo. They're frightening. They're absolutely frightening. And as we were saying before, Gary Neville, having him in front of him, he was prepared to do the work.
Yeah.
He had the quality and he had the work ethic.
Yeah.
So I'd absolutely put him in there.
Yeah, he had the best like distribution of any of these like players, any of these wingers. It was like guaranteed. Like, and he was also like took that mould, went on to be captain, but he did go on to take like a leadership kind of role.
100%.
And he also did that after a lot of controversy, whatever way.
Yeah.
Because when he got the red card for England, I think he faced a lot of problems after that, and then he became captain, and then become such an icon for England and for Man United and all the other teams. It must have been a big transformation.
It takes a good bit of character to be able to do that. So yeah, I'd all that in, and David Beckham's my right mid.
No Giggs?
Nope.
You're putting him in centre mid? Very finished.
The 38-year-old version.
It's not bad, to be fair, in the centre, but no, he's not.
Well, I also copped out. Not that I copped out, but I also had Ronaldo at right mid.
Right.
I also had him at right mid.
Yeah, me too.
It was the easy decision. I didn't want to make it.
I mean, in an ideal world, I wouldn't have Ronaldo in my team just because he's such a poncy wee bastard. And sometimes I also think when people put Ronaldo in their team, sometimes I almost think that they base it on because of what he became at Real Madrid. I mean, he did have a fantastic career.
He had the one season at Man United.
He scored like 35 or something.
I think
like all in.
It was like all in. It was like
all in.
Was it 50 all in?
Year, like it was close to that.
And he won the Ballon d'Or for the first time and stuff. That one season, he became world class. He immediately became world class. But he then only had one more season after that before he moved to Real Madrid. So I can see your point in that he was developed at Man United, but he became what he is now at Real Madrid.
And I think some people, he obviously scored amazing goals, did a lot of work and stuff when he was at Man United, but I think some people still kind of take his whole career and put it into picking him in the Premier League team. But
somebody else like that is I was thinking of was Bale. Like Bale was like incredible, but he was incredible that under Harry Redknapp with that against Inter Milan 5-1. Then he had that season where Spurs came really close. I remember him scoring a screamer against West Ham.
I mean, he started playing at the number 10 role.
And he started playing.
That's what he did. See, like when he was playing against Inter Milan, he was still a left winger.
Yeah.
But then the season after that, they basically just gave him a free roll,
Yeah.
let him do what he wanted,
Yeah.
and then he was so good that Real Madrid bought him. But I went back and I couldn't remember where he played either, because in my head I was like,
He started at
played
left back.
Yeah, he started at
Just
left back.
remember him destroying Maicon.
I watched
Did he
him
score
today.
three
It
that
was
game?
horrible.
He got a hat-trick at the San Siro, didn't
Maicon, Brazil starting right back, and he just rinsed them.
he? Yeah.
Absolutely rinsed them. So, if you're looking at the left wingers compared to the right wingers, you've got Pires, Ronaldo, Giggs, Bale, John Barnes, Eden Hazard. I'm throwing John Barnes in there.
He's even before my time.
But it's you could pick any one of them and be happy.
I mean, I'd pick Giggs just because, like I say, when I was growing up, I was watching him,
Yeah.
and he was so good, and he played for so long, and he was so good for so long.
Yeah.
So I was thinking that as well, but why was Giggs never mentioned as one of the best players in the world? Like, I don't think he ever was. I don't think anyone was clampering to say Ryan Giggs was the best player in the world. Throughout his full, obviously he was there for a long time.
Yeah.
But are we rewarding them just for being there a long time, or was it? Was there one particular season or
That's
two
what
particular
that's what I was
seasons?
going to say. There is the one season that stands out, and you're like, that was Giggs' season.
There isn't.
He was
Like,
just
I don't
he was
know.
consistent, but there was
Yeah.
always somebody, like it was Ronaldo was better than him. There was always Cantona before, when he came on the scene, was still the boss of that team. Like, maybe he was just unlucky from that, but it's a good point.
I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. I don't ever, even when Manchester United won the treble that
Yeah.
year, Beckham was second in the Ballon d'Or, I believe.
No.
Giggs wasn't there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if it was before my time in 96, 97, 98. People were saying, "Oh, this boy's the best left winger in the world," and I just don't remember it.
Yeah.
But I'm just posing the question.
What I like about Giggs is he was like almost two completely different players. Like, he was that like burst on the scene, the one you'll remember, like destroyed Lee Dixon. I think it's Vieira that actually gave the ball away in that, but anyway, he scored that screamer, but then he like morphed into this like centre mid that was trusted in
Yeah.
massive games by Fergie, and he was just like composure, and he was good. But yeah, I think like that kind of sticks in my head as well. Like, was he actually ever at any point the best player in the world?
Yeah. Was he even the best player in the league at any point? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I don't remember him being.
He won the PFA, didn't he, that year that he
When he
won
was old.
one of them when he was old.
Yeah.
It was almost like
It was
we
a-
kind of need to give it to him, because how's he not won it?
Yeah, exactly. But was there a reason
Yeah.
that he hadn't won it? And just so happens every year someone was better than him.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, you could. It's hard to leave him out. I'm just posing the question.
Nah, it's done one on me, to be fair. I mean,
Look,
I mean,
I'm
when you
putting-
put it like that, I'm always trying to take him at my team.
definitely having Pires left mid.
I've got Ronaldo and Beckham. I'm happy with Ronaldo and his short burst in the Premier League, and Beckham on the other side. I'm happy with that.
I think that's alright. Who have you got on the left?
I went Pires,
Aye.
just because that's like, I mean, I said earlier I was going to give away like my favourite team of the whole Premiership, and that Arsenal Invincibles was like as good as football's been like in the Premiership as long as I can remember. And I went Pires, and then I copped out and went Ronaldo on the right. But Beckham's very close, but just Ronaldo, he's probably even now like he's in the top 3 best players to ever play in the Premiership. Like, for me, like, he was that good for that season that he kind of.
Yeah, if you're taking a short bursts and you're going by season, you remember guys having just one amazing season. Like, even if you want to go last season, Mo Salah, that'll
Yeah.
go down in history.
Yeah.
Suarez has done it. Bale's done it.
Yeah.
Ronaldo's done it. He definitely will. He's
Yeah.
one of the best I've ever played.
And who have you got?
Giggs.
You went Giggs and
Aye.
Ronaldo.
Giggs and Ronaldo. Aye.
Conventional.
Mate, this was hours worth of work.
Right, centre mids is where it gets dicey.
This is the toughest. This was the toughest for me.
Yeah, I think it's 2 from 6. I think the 6 are Roy Keane, Patrick Vieira, Paul Scholes, Steven Gerrard, Frank Lampard, and I'm going to throw
Park Ji-sung.
Yaya Toure in there as well.
I'm going to make a case in a couple of minutes.
I
For
thought
Park Ji-sung. That time he man-marked Pirlo out the game.
Aye, the only nuclear missile to ever come out of Korea.
Oh wait,
I'm pretty sure Pirlo called him that in his book.
I
think so, aye.
that's brilliant.
To be fair, I've actually got David Silva in there as well.
That's it. Like when I was like making my team, I was like, who would you that's still playing could make it into this? And like David Silva came closest for me, like ahead of Yaya Toure. I think like just because even this season Toure wasn't in it, and that's
He's the best, and I include like guys like Zola and Cantona in this. He's the best creative player ever to play in the Premiership, I think.
yeah. I think that's
Yaya
a good
Toure or
shout.
David Silva?
No, David Silva.
Alright, aye.
Yeah.
David Silva, but because we're playing a flat 4-4-2, he's been harshly treated. He's going to be like Branislav Ivanovic,
Yeah.
just not knowing what he's doing.
I'm bringing him on at half time if it's something dodgy.
Right, so who have you got, Vinnie?
I went for Vieira and I don't know, like, so it's I'm between Keane plus one, like between Keane and another, and I think I go Vieira over Keane. I don't want Vieira and Keane. They're too like Vieira does everything Keane does but more. Like I think they're both like as hard as each other and both leaders, but Vieira's just got a bit more guile, a bit more about him. So I think that's why Keane never made it for me. And for the other side, I'm between the obvious like Lampard, Gerrard and Scholes. I think I'm not going to put Gerrard in it because that slip. That slip is harsh.
It's so
also
harsh.
his best games for Liverpool, FA Cup final and Champions League final. And if it's Premier
Good
League,
shout.
he was brilliant in that Torres but the Suarez season was Suarez. Even Sterling was brilliant. Coutinho was brilliant. Gerrard
Sturridge
was brilliant. Aye,
Yeah.
but Gerrard wasn't like heads and shoulders on top of everybody else. And I would go. I don't know. It's just so tough. That's the toughest position.
See, to be fair, you made a really good point because I have Gerrard in my team, but his best nights were in Europe and that FA Cup final against West Ham where he dragged them through it.
Yeah.
I think I went. So I love Frank Lampard, and I think to have scored 200 plus goals from midfield is insane. It's absolutely insane. And that run, it's because Frank Lampard doesn't look amazing.
Yeah.
What he does seems very simple, but people find it so difficult to do it. That late run into the box is such an understated art.
Yeah.
That I was going to put him. I thought Gerrard is a better footballer.
Yeah.
Technically, he's a better footballer.
Yeah.
But Lampard's.
Gerrard never won a
He
Premiership.
didn't. I know.
I don't know. For me, I would always argue, like at that time, I was always like Gerrard's a better player than Lampard. But now when you look back, that's why I've copped out and went Scholes. I'm not deciding between any of them because I'm going Scholes, and Scholes shouldn't have ever been shipped out to the left. Every player, he's like, I talked about Tony Adams earlier, but every player like Xavi, Iniesta, they all talk about Paul Scholes being the player that would walk into any of their teams.
There was something. I've got a wee chip in my shoulder about Scholes because
You can't tackle.
But that was the thing. It's not that he can't tackle. It's that he's a dirty bastard. No, anyone that's played football knows you can't 2-foot someone by accident. It's not that you can. Oh, he never learned how to tackle. Fuck off. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's just a dirty wee prick.
Sometimes you need that. Sometimes you need that in your team.
But it's not like there's a difference between like let someone know you're there and going 2-footed and should be sent off.
Well, I've got them in my team. Scholes.
You've got Scholes?
I've got Scholes in my team.
Who's your other?
I've got Lampard alongside. Just purely because of the goals he can give you from midfield. Like, and I fucking hate Chelsea. I hate Chelsea. I hate that team that they had. I hate the team with Cech, Terry, Ashley Cole, Lampard, Drogba.
It was
I hate them all.
good.
I hate them, but Lampard was really, really good.
Yeah.
And he scored. I'm pretty easy at the most goals for midfield.
Yeah.
And
It's like
by a long shot.
171, I think.
By a good
and then
177 Premier League goals.
And then he was just so good, and he was so good for so long that. So I've got Lampard and Scholes, and I'm not a huge fan of Scholes himself. Like, I never used to watch him that much. But whenever I watch things with Iniesta and Xavi, like these are the midfielders I loved. And then like Zidane and stuff, whenever I watch any of them, they all talk about how they used to watch Scholes.
You're thinking they probably know their stuff.
Aye, but it's not just that. Like, he was good.
Yeah.
I maybe just didn't appreciate him enough when I was younger. And looking back now, I maybe appreciate him a bit more than I did when I would watch him.
And he didn't have the goal scoring heights of like Lampard or even Gerrard, but he scored important goals.
Yeah.
You think of that one against Ben against Barcelona, they got them the final where they beat Chelsea.
It doesn't get his Premier League, it doesn't count.
It was a screamer. But a Premier League, Man City, they won last minute. My mate had a bet on it, won him like 400 quid. And that was like last minute. And against City, that was pretty big.
Yeah, I mean, no doubt he was a phenomenal player.
And he came back. Did they win it the year he came back?
He retired and then they came back.
And they won.
He did. Yeah, definitely. But he's not getting in my team ahead of Roy Keane.
You go Roy Keane.
I have to go Roy Keane. Again, it was between Keane or Vieira, and I just really like Roy Keane. I like everything about it. I like that he's a bit of a prick, and I just think as a leader, he would get them through. Between him and John Terry, him and JT would.
You've got John Terry and Roy Keane in your team. That's a fight before
I know. My team only making the field. I think Roy Keane as well was a very understated footballer. I think he's another one that was a good passer of football and could actually go forward. He wasn't an N'Golo Kante where he just sits and roams. He wasn't a Claude Makélélé. He could actually play football as well.
Yeah.
So again, it was a coin flip between him and Vieira. I totally see what you're saying, that you think Vieira can do everything Keane can do, but can go forward as well. He can. He totally can. I just want Roy Keane in my team. To be honest with you, totally subjective. I want Roy Keane in my team.
It does come down to just pure choice. It's a time cost for me as well. But yeah, there's so many positions. Like all of these, I had even wrote down Makélélé, who wasn't about for long enough, probably to be talked about. But still, when he was
the position is named after him.
Yeah.
Like, how many players can say that?
Yeah.
It's the Makélélé position. So yeah, that's totally fair enough.
And it's now become such an important position. It's now such a big thing.
Well, you see what happens to teams who cannot do it, like Arsenal. Arsenal stick someone like Granit Xhaka there.
Yeah.
And they fall to pieces because the guy can't hold position. It's so important.
Or even when that player, if you look at there's been a lot of chat at Barcelona, and is their deterioration down to the Busquets is losing his legs a bit, and I would still argue he's one of the best, and for me he's been the best in that position, but that's such a crucial if you're not at 100%.
You can't do it.
Yeah,
you can't do it. You don't have you don't have the legs. You do need the legs to get about there.
Yeah.
I'm going to give a wee shout out to Craig. I don't know if Craig would listen to this, right? But my pal Craig Palmer, he swears by Busquets being one of the best midfielders like of all time, purely because he's so good at that role.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things, like, if you were to talk about like Barcelona midfielders, nobody's virtually nobody's going to be like, oh, Busquets is an amazing midfielder.
Yeah.
Not ahead of Xavi and Iniesta.
No, but it's also because what they do, Xavi and Iniesta, like, they score the goals, they get all the assists. Busquets doesn't he? But he cleans up everything to protect the defence.
And he starts so many like goals.
Aye. And it's the same, like, when you do have somebody that good at the centre defensive mid, it helps everything. Like, it helps you go forward and helps to break up helps break up attacks.
Yeah, I totally agree. I'm changing my mind about Gerrard now. You point out. I think I'm going Keane and I think I'm going to go Keane and Lampard.
Keane, I've got Scholes and Lampard.
Move to the strikers.
Right.
Again, it's just there's so many good strikers. The amount of strikers I've got written down. Okay, Bergkamp, Drogba, Tevez, Rooney, Owen, Andy Cole, Torres, Suarez, Aguero, Zola, Henry, Van Nistelrooy, Shearer. I've even got Kane in there. Just
what is like how many times
so he's got 108 goals and 153 appearances.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's not bad. I don't have Alan Shearer on my team.
Just because you hate him.
I don't have
This is just a personal exercise for me, nothing to do with football and ability.
I don't have him either.
It was like when I was like looking into this, he's in everybody's team, but I don't have him either, and I don't know if it's that we kind of weren't, because I don't remember much the Blackburn season, like when they won it.
No.
And you definitely wouldn't have. I don't remember. So.
No, I think you're right. I think his best seasons were early to mid 90s, and then he broke his leg. Did he not? He broke his leg and then came back, and he lost a bit of pace.
Right.
I'm just going on accounts here. I'm sure this is what happened.
Wait, did he not get injured, or did he get injured? Did they injure Lennon? He kicked Neil Lennon in the head or something.
I think I've seen this
now
actually.
Now that you've said that, he might be back in my team. He's back in and promoted to captain.
We just stuck him in every Rangers fans. Sorry, Lennon.
Yes, I've not got him in my team because I don't think he's better than the two strikers who are in my team, and that's Thierry Henry and Didier Drogba. I think Thierry Henry goes in pretty much everyone's team.
Yeah,
I've got Henry.
Yeah, it was him +1 for me.
Well, he was our generation growing up when you're a kid and
he was Everett like.
He was Premier League as well, because he only got to one Champions League final. How that Arsenal team never done better in his Champions League is
staggering.
Yeah, but he done it, and he done it against good Man U teams, really good, like better rivalries. And
I just loved when I was young and he would stand like 30 yards offside and defenders would just be like, what do I do? Do I go back? Do I leave him? And he would just slowly drift back onside and just play on the last man, and he was gone. You just couldn't catch him.
It was that, I mean, I still think of this goal. I was explaining to you earlier what Philip Coutinho's goal was like. Hung out to the left, cut in, put it in the top right hand corner. It's the Thierry Henry goal. How many times did he do that?
Yeah.
It was so fun to watch.
He scored like one of the best goals in the Premier League, that one where he flicks it up and hits it against in a massive game.
Into big Fabian Barthez. he gave Fabian Barthez a torrid time. Yeah, he's the best striker the Premier League's ever seen.
Yeah, I think so. Yep, I've got him.
Yeah.
My other one next to him is Didier Drogba, just because I think on his day he's unplayable. If he was on it, I don't think any centre half can get close to him.
He was just too big and too strong.
And when he at the start, when he came, he was fast as well. So he's fast, strong, powerful.
He was a bit of a diving bastard when he first came.
He was. He totally was.
That's why I hated him.
I just, again, personal taste, I hated that Chelsea team, but Drogba was like, whenever like I would watch them, it was him, like you were always worried that he would do something, like, what was he, 25 million from Marseille?
Yep, came from
And
Marseille.
he was one of like Chelsea's at that Abramovich period's like best signing.
Yeah, and I feel like maybe 4 years ago, before he signed for Marseille, he was playing non-league football, like French non-league.
Aye.
I just don't think they don't make them like him anymore, where you're big and fast.
Yeah.
You're big, your hold-up play is good, you're good in it. He could do everything.
Mm-hmm.
He could do everything, and I think he could. That's why it was going to be him or Shearer for me in my team.
We're going to throw in a drug comment by it. just based on the last podcast, based on everything on Russia. Chelsea's owned by a Russian. Drogba was big and fast. Was he on the drugs?
I'm going to say no. So, who have you got?
I've got Van Nistelrooy alongside Henry.
Van Nistelrooy was only there for a few seasons.
I know, he was just such a good goal scorer.
And he came back from like such a fucking horrific injury, didn't he? Like he didn't his cruciate, was it?
He was just so good, like just such a good finisher.
Yeah.
Like perfect. Yeah, Henry does everything you want from a striker. But if you just wanted somebody to score goals, Van Nistelrooy would do it.
95 and 150. Harry Kane's got a better record than him.
Aye, but Harry Kane can't even talk. Like, so I'm not having him. Harry Kane doesn't even know what planet he's on.
Doesn't need to.
I know. It's just, I think it's again. Yeah. Okay. So Kane's got a better goal scoring record, but when you were growing up and you were watching these guys, like Van Nistelrooy was just one of those guys you just wanted to be.
I think he has to be in the conversation, but I think Harry Kane's a better player than Ruud van Nistelrooy.
No, you can't. No, just not having it. And then I just remember, I can't remember who he scored against, but he picked up that one, like, everyone used to say he would only poach and he would only score inside the box.
No,
and there was that one goal, he picked up the ball for his own half and ripped like the whole team.
Yeah.
And it's things like that that you remember, like even, I don't know, 12 years on, 15 years on, whatever it was, and you still think that was incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was just a pure goal scorer as well, and like you look at that, what he replaced as well. He replaced like Dwight York and Andy Cole,
Yep.
Who were probably one of the best partnerships.
Yeah.
They're in the conversation as well.
Oh, they have to be.
Andy Cole for me was just a bit better than York, but what he done at Newcastle as well, it was pretty amazing. But
who you got, Vinnie?
I've got going along with my Arsenal Invincibles.
Bergkamp, didn't you?
I mean, Bergkamp was my favourite player growing up. Like the goals he scored against Leicester, I think it was Martin O'Neill's Leicester, where he just shouldn't have scored any of them. He scored goals that other players did, like Van Nistelrooy. Most other strikers scored them, like Shearer. Bergkamp scored so many. All his goals, if you look at them, when you go through the YouTube of them, they're all like different goals. But he was strong. He wasn't the fastest, but he had a bit when he came.
He was just pure quality.
His technique was frightening. Could do it with both feet.
He was a magician. I mean, you listen to a lot of the Arsenal guys around that time. They say Dennis Bergkamp was the man.
Yeah, and when you think of who they signed as well, like Petit, Vieira, they all say it was actually Bergkamp that started that kind of like era of Wenger's success.
Yeah, definitely. I
think
Bergkamp
Bergkamp has to be it. It has to be in the mix. Like,
again, he's in the conversation. It's so many others. Like,
one I wrote down was Zola. Just like loved watching him score like frightening goals as well.
He's why you go to football.
Players
like Zola.
Yeah.
Like you said, just that unpredictability.
Yeah.
And again, he's got the goal as well, where they take the low corner and they flicks it in. That to me is a Gianfranco Zola.
Yeah.
It's I'd have him in. Would you Michael Owen there? I mean, Michael Owen won the Ballon d'Or.
I know,
while
he did.
While he was playing.
Fowler needs to be in it as well, man. He was such a goal scorer.
Yeah. Wayne Rooney?
Aye. I mean, yeah. It's just because, like, for me, like, Rooney's kind of been ruined just because of the like boring chats about trying to fit him in that England team. He shouldn't have played against Iceland, and he was probably past it when they like fitted him in. But like how good he was for Everton when he came on, and then his first, like, even when you look when Ronaldo left, like, and they got to
one standout
and they
season.
got to the Champions League. His goal against Barca when Barca annihilated them, to be fair, but he was like brilliant.
Rooney was a top player.
Yeah.
Top player.
I just hated him.
Yeah.
He always looked out of shape. He never was. He had such a work ethic, but he always, like, I don't know. Not that means he's not getting in my team.
I'm going to say he probably didn't eat right. I don't think there was salads for 5 games a day. No.
I think he definitely enjoyed a Greggs every day.
A kebab for sure.
But for me, I just didn't like him. But yeah, like, if you look at he's got the most goals in the Premiership. Most goals for Man U.
Yeah, he broke their record.
Most goals for Man U.
And he's second top.
I think so.
Behind Shearer.
Right.
And I mean,
don't know what
if you're basing it on stats, then I think you could change all of our teams if you're basing it purely on stats. But I think the whole point is we're basing it on when you're growing up. Who really stood out? Did Rooney really stand out? Possibly, but not enough. I don't think. Not enough to put Henry out of the team, or not enough to put Van Nistelrooy out of the team, or Bergkamp out of the team.
I think I'm enough to put Van Nistelrooy out of the team.
No, but I just mean, if you're like
Man U centre forwards, are we going to talk about Cantona?
I don't like talking about Cantona because I think he's overrated.
He's another one that changed, maybe like for the worst by the end of it when he fly kicked the player. But
no, I'm all for that.
I was a big fan of it. But his goal against Southampton, that chip.
I mean, that's iconic. Obviously, that's iconic.
And that was the kind of.
But I don't know. He had one season, did he not? It was no more than one season where he was like top quality.
I think that's the season after he get banned, because I'm pretty sure him and Suarez are the only two to get banned and then come back and win Player of the Year.
That sounds right.
I think it's the two of them that have that.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, Cantona was a little bit before my time, but I probably wasn't there. I wasn't a Manchester United fan at that time. I didn't feel what it was like for when he picked up the ball on the pitch.
Yeah.
If I assume people just got off their seat.
Yeah.
In the same way that Zola would have done for Chelsea fans.
Yeah.
So he's probably in the conversation. I don't think he makes it. Not ahead of the guys we've already got.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's down to choice. I think a Man U fan picks Cantona against Bergkamp. Like, I think, or Van Nistelrooy.
Yeah.
Like, but Cantona is like more a similar kind of. He was a lot of technique, but he was
I don't think he was better than Bergkamp.
No, I don't think he was, but I think.
Don't think he was on Bergkamp's level. I don't know, man. I know a lot of biased Man United fans, but I feel like they'd struggle to argue for Cantona over Bergkamp. I could be totally wrong.
I feel like you've got more grounds for Bergkamp.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. Suarez, that one. How many seasons was Suarez? 2? 3?
Suarez was at least 3. He was at least 3 seasons.
He had those two, like.
But
he had the really good one in it, like.
We've not had a season like his since Salah just produced that season. It was such like a one man show, and it was just every game you knew he was going to score.
Salah outscored Suarez for that season, which is insane. Absolutely insane. So, you want to recap your teams? What you got, Gordon?
Schmeichel in goals. Neville, Vidic, Ferdinand, Ashley Cole, Ronaldo, Scholes, Lampard, Giggs, and then Henry and Van Nistelrooy up front.
Vinnie, what you got?
Schmeichel, Neville, Vidic, Adams, Cole, Ronaldo, Scholes, Vieira, Pires, and Henry and Bergkamp.
Right, your team's a little bit left field. You trying to fit the Arsenal boys in it.
Mine's at that. I mean, that's full left sides that Arsenal's invincibles.
Right, I've got Peter Cech in goals because I hate Schmeichel. Neville, Vidic, Terry, Cole, Beckham, Keane, Gerrard was in, but he's been patched for Lampard, Cristiano Ronaldo, then Henry and Drogba up front. I think we've done alright there.
I mean, quite a few similarities there, which I suppose is it's not a bad thing. Like, to be able to say these people really stood out.
Nah, I feel like this is a podcast where you're going to get a ton of abuse because, for example, I've not put Giggs in there.
And because Benoît Assou-Ekotto should be left back and Adebayor should be the striker and Park Ji-sung should be in midfield.
And Larson should get in there for when
Seb Larson.
You know, Seb Larson.
Yeah, Seb Larson. How did two Larsons they make maybe?
Having Henrik to bring on would be no bad.
Glenn Johnson at right back, we never mentioned that either.
Right, I'm finishing this.